We want to turn now to our top story this morning with the latest on the aftermath and the investigation into the mass shooting in Nova Scotia. And we're joined by Heidi Petracek of CTV News. She is in Dartmouth. Heidi, thank you so much for joining us. Set the scene for us. Where exactly are you this morning?
So I'm outside Nova Scotia RCMP headquarters in Dartmouth, and actually, as you can see behind me, there is a growing memorial here for the RCMP officer who died in the line of duty during this whole series of events, Constable Heidi Stevenson, who was a 23-year veteran of the force. And we've had people come here already this morning to lay flowers and show their respects. There are just so many questions that investigators here at headquarters and at locations throughout the province are trying to answer with this, because it was just an almost unbelievable series of events that began on that Saturday night and continued through to Sunday. And there are 16 crime scenes that officials are working on right now. And again, so many questions left unanswered at this point.
Well, that's right. It must be the top priority for police across the province. So what new information do we have this morning?
Well, we know again that there are just those 16 crime scenes. We also learned at the most recent RCMP press conference and update that was held here that some of those crime scenes involve 5 structure fires that occurred. And in many of those cases, the structures were burned to the ground. Now, that, of course, makes it extremely challenging for investigators to gather any kind of evidence. And that is why we are also hearing the number of victims change over the days because of the state of those sites. They're not sure, how many people would be in the building, who exactly would have been in those buildings. So it is a huge challenge for them to try to determine exactly who is among the victims here in this incident in Nova Scotia. And there are so many elements here as well to investigate. The fact that the perpetrator had a mock RCMP vehicle and police uniforms, we heard yesterday. We're not sure what that refers to at all. So there is just a lot of unknowns still, but we did hear yesterday as well that a timeline of what happened when could be expected later this week, and that may answer some of the questions that we all have here in Nova Scotia and throughout the country.
You're absolutely right. You're so right. So many people left dumbfounded, asking why. So the more information that police can provide, I think the better for everyone. Heidi Petracek, thank you very much. We appreciate everything you've done this morning.